we're gonna do a little smoking, and I'm a little too far into the center of this, aren't I? Okay, so I'm going to go over to, if you got the red live up here in the corner, you're with me live. If you don't, you're not on Facebook. You're catching a replay. Hey, Jennifer. If you're catching a replay, all the same, hashtag replay. Tag me in if you want me to come in and comment on Facebook. Hashtag replay at Jamie Renee Cruz. We're also on my Twitch right now, and we're on Joe's Twitch. And we're on YouTube, so kind of fun.
Yeah, we're everywhere right now. We're worldwide.
Yeah, we kind of are, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that way. So we're just enjoying our area a bit here, and hello, Brian, and we invite y'all to enjoy it with us. I'm going to go over to my YouTube and put a link for the Facebook area, and I've got my pipe here, so I'm going to be using that. I'm not sure if I'm live on YouTube yet. I haven't gotten an email.
Ooh, don't want feedback. Turn
Nope.
that down. We're all putting out our messages on like the 4 or 5 or 6 feeds we got now going now, so that everybody kind of knows what's going on.
Aha! Please join us at Facebook. I'm gonna put this in my. I have chat over on YouTube Live. It's bright out. I need to go get sunglasses. You got a sun visor on, don't you?
I sure do. I've had a sun visor on for about 6 months.
Yeah, it seems that way. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I take it off to shower.
Alright, so I pinned that message.
Is everybody enjoying watching us on our phones?
We're not going to be on here long, I
Nope,
promise.
just setting everything all up. Got like 2 people with 6 channels right now.
Gotta do what we gotta do, right? We gotta get this stuff out there.
That's right.
Everyone's isolated and ends up quarantined, you know, we gotta be able to reach each other and get that human connection a little bit. That's my feeling. I'm gonna check my Twitch dashboard to see what's going on there real quick. And then I'm gonna start smoking.
Alright.
Log into Twitch. I don't think I forgot my login and thing.
Okay. I think we're just up on snippets on mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add the other one
No.
next time. We can actually go live to both.
Yeah.
So you can simulcast. Yeah, work.
I do.
A little bit. We'll get that later.
So we're live on Twitch with the Snippets channel, which is where we've been going live. With 420RX, we've been live. I've been live every night from midnight to anywhere from 2 to 4 a.m. since for the past 4 nights. We're going to keep going with that as a venue for those who are perhaps quarantined or self-quarantined. And if you're up late and you're just looking for, you know what, I just maybe need that interpersonal exchange, pop onto the channel, Snippets the Snail.
And you kind of go through the top stories, not super political, but
Right. We don't do deep politics. We don't do sex. We don't do hate. Other than that, anything is open, and we sometimes will get anywhere from I would say on average 3 to 8 people in there from around the world, and we just chat it up. And we talk about what's going on with the virus, what everyone's going through. And we do that every night, right around midnight. So if you're bored, if it's 2 a.m. and you can't sleep, and you're thinking, oh geez, I need to get really bored by something, come join us.
You got someone
get
waiting
really
for
bored.
you over here.
What's that?
You guys see that? You guys see her over here?
Oh,
She's over here waiting for him. She's just sitting over here waiting.
Sandy the snail. Sandy the
No,
snail.
we're not on
Sandy the
auto
squirrel.
follow. See? So,
She doesn't know it, but she's our pet.
yeah. That's Sandy. Okay.
She was just sitting there waiting for us.
Yeah, she's just like sitting there. Alright, so it's windy.
Rambling on.
It's windy, so I'm gonna pack it up.
Okay. So tomorrow should be an interesting day, huh? Kind of the first weekday, the first Monday.
Since it got real.
Yeah, since it got real. That's
Since
a
it
great
got
way to
real.
put it. Yeah.
Since it got real to everyone.
Yep. I was just at Publix at the grocery store. Publix is, for those who are outside of the area, Publix is a grocery store chain here in the south of the United States. And it was about 90% men. There weren't families shopping, there weren't couples shopping. It was about 90% men. Most of the men had lists. And
Cheers, Dandelion.
it was very quiet, you know. There was a lot of nodding back and forth, but it was very quiet. Yeah, it was just a nod. When the carts come together, you know, everyone kind of goes to the right. Rules of the road type stuff. Yeah. Very interesting. There was a little bit of toilet paper, but there was no bread. That was the run today, I guess.
The runs.
The run.
Oh.
Yes.
Cheers. What time is
Cheers,
it?
Bill. Hi, Brian.
Happy 423.
That was a poll, wasn't it? That's quite a start.
First flower of the day. Woo! Dog it. Gonna let that sit and marinate for a few.
I think I'll set up the
Is it too windy
chat
for
on my
squirrels?
channel. Oh, no. Sandy will come out for anything. It's whether we see Stubby or Twitch. I'm sorry, we renamed Twitch. Sweet Pea.
What was twerk?
Little twerk.
Tweaker.
Tweaker?
Which South Park character does the
I think it's Tweak.
No. Jody and I were talking about something the other day, and we were on the phone. It was one of the South Park characters says something. I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. So what are you guys doing this afternoon? What are you guys doing to keep yourselves busy?
There we go.
What are you doing to occupy some time? Because, you know, we have a lot of that while we're kind of isolated. I'm going to go get my sunglasses.
Okay.
But, yeah. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Maybe I'll bring the cord out too and plug it in.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a typical weekend, does it? Slow internet warning on YouTube. It doesn't feel like a typical weekend. I know a lot of us aren't working tomorrow. Some of us are. Some of us have to. So, what we've exercised is that we've decided we're going to keep some semblance of a schedule, right? Kind of keep some normalcy, because this isn't the new this isn't the new. This isn't the new. What is it? The new normal, forever. All right. We're looking at what, 2, 3, probably 4 weeks of this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brian. And yes, I'm looking at my Twitch channel and always on that work grind. Yeah, I know. you have to bring in money. I know there's that drive that we feel like we have to work, but it's right now something bigger is happening, and we'll all get through it. And it's worldwide. This isn't just America. Yep. So I'm looking at comments on Jamie's channel. Brian is saying not working but wish I was, and I feel that. I'm like a shark when it comes to work. It's if I'm not working, I'm not living. You know, I'm not breathing. I feel that, Brian. And when you take time off of work, especially an extended time period, there's that malaise when you get back. That it's kind of difficult to get back in. George is saying he's thinking a minimum of 4 weeks. I know some communities are saying that. Some states are doing that here in the States. It's 4 weeks. Yeah, we're probably looking at 4 weeks. Am I gonna? I'm looking at my channel. Someone's asking if I'm gonna hit that bong. If I take a hit, I'll be coughing for 5 minutes. That's Jamie. Jamie's gonna do that. I'm an edibles guy. Jamie's back and she's gonna plug in the camera. Hopefully it won't create noise. Sometimes we get some background noise when the camera gets plugged in, but lately it seems we've had a handle on that. Okay. And I hope there's not too much wind interference with the microphone. She's going to grab the microphone, the lapel mic, and see if that's okay. Yes, she is. Who's that saying that? Squeeze? Yeah. Yes, she is. Yes, sir. She knows it too, so don't tell her. She knows it. What's my channel, George? Over on Twitch right now, it's Snippets the Snail. I know it's unusual. We originally launched the channel because we're going to do puppet shows for family-friendly in a family-friendly atmosphere, and then this happened. So we're starting tonight. We actually got the equipment and the tech around to do it. It's launching at Nerd the Nerd, all one word, on Twitch. Probably simulcast tonight, so because we were getting a small following on Snippets of Snail after 4 nights, and I don't want to lose any of those people. Those are good people, and it's a decent hang at night. It's very relaxed. I wouldn't say it's appointment watching, but if you're up and you need to chill, yeah.
No bowl. We'll get through it just fine. Cool. Sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on.
Sure. Yeah, Linda said that. Linda's letting us know what she's doing.
A hurricane. Oh yeah, look at that. You hunker down. Yeah, exactly. As far as the power stuff, not to repeat what you guys are talking about, but the power, we're only gonna, it's like, it's like hunkering down for a storm, but we get to keep the power.
Squeeze on my channel said hi, Jamie.
Hello. I don't know what's going on with my Twitch channel.
Want follow for follow? Somebody's asking.
Oh, I can't read it. Yeah, okay.
Lithuanian.
Then we'll just go back there.
Yes, normally we have no problem with that Lithuanian. We've got so many things going on right now. We've got like 6 platforms working. I know it's a little complicated, but
he does follow for follow. I don't.
I do. So we're kind of testing things out.
I'm a snob. No, I'm not a snob. I used to follow a lot on Instagram, and then I no longer saw my daughters, and I was missing their posts on stuff. So I was like, that's whose posts I want to see. I want to see my girls, my daughters. So yeah, it's not that I'm a snob. It's that so many people. Okay, what does that say?
Cheers,
I can't read
time
that.
for another smoke.
I can't read that.
Oh, that was a slow internet warning.
Oh, okay.
We're pulling a lot on the broadband right now, so hopefully things are still, the video's clean.
Hello, Angela.
And the audio's good and such.
Alright, so I forget what I did first. I think I did Very Survey first. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do some Swaggy-Doob. Swaggy-Doob is Strawberry Switchblade and Gorilla Grapes. I got to turn this way to pack my bowl.
Sandy came for one peanut and took off. I think it's a little active for her out here. I'll put one out on the armchair. We've trained our squirrels in the backyard. They come to us and take peanuts. Peanuts. Let me enunciate.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Tomato, how you doing? Yeah, it is nice weather right now. It's been hot. It's been unseasonably hot, even for Florida. Our normal highs right now are usually low 80s. It's been right around 90 for like the last 2 weeks. So, right now it's a little bit cooler. I would say it's probably low 80s right now. You think?
Yeah.
It's a little bit cooler. We got a nice breeze. It's doable out here. I'm not sweating. The mic is picking up the wind, Jimmy says. Where do we have? Is it the mic on the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, the mic on the.
Is it picking us up? Is it picking up too much wind?
Hi, Deborah.
Now the other option is to just use the iPad. And when I was listening yesterday to some of Andrea's and I's, the iPad actually picked up well. That picks up better.
Gotcha.
But I thought the iPad was going to be getting bombarded by wind, and it wasn't. So we can try without.
Squeeze. We're in Cape Coral, Florida.
Should we unplug the mic? See if they like it better. It's just right at the end there.
Let us know if there's too much wind. If there's too much wind resistance on the mic, too much wind noise. Try to figure out an alternative. We usually don't get this much breeze in the evening like this. For us, it's pleasant. This is nice.
This is different.
Yeah.
All right, so I unplugged the microphone. I think our volume probably dropped a little bit. That we're probably not as loud now. So let us know, please.
And yes, although we're in Cape Coral, Florida, we are at. Oh, cheers. You go ahead, and I'll speak while
Oh, you can talk.
the hit's going. I don't want to make you laugh though. We are at the 420RX Multimedia Megaplex Studios. This is Studio 1A out here. And we have Studio 1, which is pretty much where Jaime broadcasts,
Hello, Deborah.
and Studio 2, where I broadcast at night. I wonder what the kitchen is. We do cooking.
Leave the
every
mic
night.
on, put the mic back on. I think the mic's probably going to be better. It's going to pick up more sound all the way around. It's directional.
The mic there. Want me to plug it in?
Well, let's wait till we get. Okay.
Can't hear well. Okay, Deborah.
Yeah.
Is it going to the tablet?
Yeah, it just goes into the thing on the bottom.
Excuse my reach, y'all. Right here.
Yep. That should be better.
That's the neighbor's dog. We don't know what his name is. He barks at our squirrels. Use the mic. Gotcha.
That should be the rest of what I have in there. Ooh, wow, right straight to the head. Whoop-ah. Hi.
Hi, indeed.
Hi. Okay, we'll leave the mic in. I noticed yesterday when Andrea and I did it without the mic, it was much lower, and then when I put the mic in, it was like, holy crap, I had to turn it down because it was redlining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if we took, we're good.
Good. Deborah says it's better. So Jaime did a lot of broadcasting yesterday with Andrea. Anderson, is it? Or Andreas?
Yeah. Anderson.
Anderson, thank you.
With an O-N. Alright, we're going to let that one marinate for a few. See how we do. Yeah, Andrea came over. She's in the industry, and so, well, not so, it's not related, but yeah, she came over yesterday, and we had some hemp flour. Hello. We had some hemp flour and
Emery.
tried one of her yoga poses.
I wish I was here for that.
I just shot the shit for a little bit. Today is your big
change day.
woohoo, loving it.
Excellent. I thought they canceled all elective surgery at the hospital.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
That's cute.
on. We'll find out. Hello, Marie. How are you today?
Happy Self-Care Sunday.
Yes.
Yep.
So does anyone have nails that is like thinking about what we're gonna do? Because obviously we're not gonna go get our nails done for a few weeks. I've put some thought into it, and one of my friends on here, Kate Bristol, Miss Kate Bristol was nice enough to send me a set of those the colors that you put on. It's the Color Street, I believe it's called. So what I'm thinking is, as my nails start to grow out a little bit and I start to lose my gel color, I'll file them down and then use those Color Street things and be able to get the color back up there so they're not going to look so sloppy.
Valerie said that today, you said to tell her when she feels the change from Kula, and today's that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just like that big wow. I hope tomorrow's another wow day. You may not be there yet. I hope you're not there yet. I hope that you're mistaken.
And this is Kula CBD?
Yes, Kula is a CBD product out of Hawaii right now. Oh, I just got an email today. It's actually, they're extending the half off through
We got a squirrel coming in. Incoming.
Okay. They're extending the half off, so I'll just sit kind of still, but I'll still talk. She's used to me talking. She doesn't mind me talking. I'm not gonna smoke while, but they extended the half off through the end of April.
Come on, Sandy. She's not used to seeing a whole lot of equipment out here on the tables. But she'll come up here. Jamie needs a haircut. You know, Jamie, I got a haircut like a week ago because I kind of had a feeling. There she is.
She come get it?
Yep.
Okay.
Her whiskers are growing longer. You have a diet of peanuts. Peanuts. God, I have to enunciate, don't I?
Yes.
Enunciate. That's an
Apparently,
English.
whiskers grow longer with the diet of.
Peanuts.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, Kula CBD is a product that I use. I'm a medical cannabis patient, and I love my medical cannabis. And I was doing really good, but I wasn't wholly improved. I was doing well, but I wasn't better. And then I added CBD in November, like regularly, like every day, and wow, I'm a new person. It's like a complete change. It's like I didn't know I could be this much. I could feel this much better, and it's amazing. I mean, the two work synergistically. You got to have them both. I mean, you can have just THC, but you really can't. You got to have the CBD. The CBD goes in and it plugs in the bases. You got to have your foundation to put a good house on. So you got to put that CBD in first. Let it go fill all the holes. Put the CBD in, and then a half hour to an hour later, then you use your THC. Be careful, because you'll get high. Yeah. She's waiting for him to exhale.
She's waiting for your exhale.
Oh,
Squirrel,
gotcha.
squirrel. Yes.
Okay. The blonde roots, they're in there. Just a lot of stuff goes.
Don't think we haven't done that before. Sent a little bit of smoke that direction.
She was looking at first at our feet. She did not see my feet, so she wondered what was wrong with that person, with that creature. It had nothing on the ground. Oh wait, when she's on the chair, she has nothing on the ground. Never mind.
Ask not for whom the squirrel chirps. We can't pretend to know that we
Wait, I was gonna make you. supposed to flinch. I got you
Oh,
this
okay.
morning. I did not.
Yeah,
So
you did.
2 for flinching for this morning. Oh my gosh. So Joe fell asleep on the couch because he was up so late with his
With this channel here,
yes with the snippets channel.
talking to Ireland.
And so he had fallen asleep on the couch, and I came out, and I don't remember what I was in the kitchen, and I heard him moving around. So I was like, okay. So I snuck around the side. Our kitchen is like a complete island. You can go around the side, and I snuck around the other side and came up and snuck up and just said good morning, I think. Or did I say boo?
I think
did
you
say
said boo.
I did say boo. But yeah. Anyhow, I startled him. Not
Yep.
easy to do. So he got 2 for flinching. Squirrel high. Hello. Is it Lana? I can't read right now.
Lana Osborne Gillette.
Okay. Hello, Lana.
We are doing well. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna do a little space bomb white buffalo now.
The pickleball courts are closed, so we're thinking about just walking out into the middle of the road with a couple of paddles and balls and just hitting it back and forth until the neighbors complain about the noise.
They're not gonna complain.
They won't complain because they
Those
take a
kids.
sledgehammer and hit this big tractor tire out there.
Yeah.
When they do that, it sounds like a bass drum going through all the houses in the area.
Yeah. It's like they're strength training, but we don't know for what. That's good.
They don't look like they're strength training.
They don't, do they?
I shouldn't judge. They look like they're hitting a tire with a big old
You should not
hammer.
judge. You're correct. You should You should not judge. It's not our place.
That's not nice.
It's not nice.
Especially during these times where
Or-
being kind and compassion is really the way to go, because there's going to be people are going to lose patience. People are going to be kind of grumpy. Not kind of grumpy. I mean, this is a change of life for the, at least as was mentioned before, perhaps the next 4 weeks. So be patient, be kind, be compassionate, help people out, but take care of yourself as well.
And as far as protecting yourself, it is your right to protect yourself. It is your right to insist that someone wear gloves before they, you know. It's your right to protect yourself, but it's also your responsibility. So it's both a right and a responsibility. That's what it was the other day. I was thinking.
Yep,
Cheers.
that sounds good. Thank you. Did you see some come out of here? Did you guys see my exhale after her exhale? I'm feeling it too. So the wind's coming from that way. Morning, Black. How you doing? That's on my channel here. Well, we're doing. He said, "Good evening." I'm sorry. Good evening. What's up here? He says. What we're doing is we're sitting in Studio 1A of the 420RX Multimedia Megaplex, enjoying some medicine, feeding some squirrels, talking to people on several channels right now. Facebook Live, Twitch, YouTube, and talking about, well, we're just talking about anything really. And we're also sharing our experiences with what's going on over the past week and what will be going on over the next month. So, any thoughts you have on it? It looks like black sorrel.
One
I'd
of the
be
things
happy
that I
with that.
think is really important. What does that say? The warning.
Slow internet. Stop and restart the stream. YouTube's very finicky on their internet.
You think no? No, it's actually Mevo software kicking that up. Okay,
Oh,
so
I see.
one of the things that I've been talking to my friends on Facebook about, and since we're on YouTube and Twitch, I'm going to talk to you guys, everyone about it. One of the things that I've been talking about is routine. with all of these changes and staying home, that the government is going to ask us to stay home. So if you're not an essential worker, it's going to be a little different for you. If you're not already home, some people, but it's, if you're home and you live alone and that's what you've been doing, then it's probably not going to be much of a change on that. If you're home and you're disabled and you have family that's usually gone during the day, that in itself is a change. There's 4 people in my house right now. There's 4 people over the age of 20. No, there's 4 people over the age of 18 in my house. So routine works, but
Squirrel.
we just so happen that we only actually, it's only just that I was watching her. Sorry, I'm distracted. I watched her. Okay, so we rarely see Matt and Emily, my daughter and her boyfriend. It's like she's in a dorm area back. It's like it's not necessarily a mother-in-law's quarters, but it works like a dorm. So she's back in her dorm room and they're back there. But routine is something that I've been working on a lot. Routine is something that my psychologist agreed that I needed to have because I had too much free time and I was getting in my head way too much, getting depressed. So gotta have that routine. And one of the things in that routine, one of the things that's important is to have time that is yours. That is your time to focus on you alone, whatever you want to do. If you want to do something for someone else in that time, that's your choice, but it's your time. You need to have that set aside so that when there's too many people in the house, you don't feel like you're getting that time for yourself. So it'll just really we want to take care of the mental health here too, right? I'm not a mental health professional. I just have a lot of mental health issues. So, there we go with that. Nonetheless, routine. So, like one of ours right now, we're on the weekend, so we're not necessarily following our routine, but every day around noon, I go live on Facebook. Every day. Every day, I try to be live for 4:20. Sometimes it's 4:30, sometimes it's 4:15, sometimes it's 4:17 and a half, sometimes it's 4 o'clock. But sometime in that 4 o'clock hour, I try to go live on Facebook, or I go live on Facebook. Now, Joe and I have started cooking live, so we do our meals live, and we do that on Facebook, and we're going to start streaming through YouTube and Twitch now. If people are interested to see that, give us feedback definitely on all the 4 platforms. But and then we set aside time to cook, and then we're gonna finish cooking, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna have time that's just ours for like 4 hours. That's ours together. And if we choose to separate, then that would be our discussion. That would be mutual. But like pretty much from about, it's kind of like what you would have in the evening when you get home from work, and it would be the time that you do homework with the kids and all of that shit. I hear my mom's voice in my head when I say shit. 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 So, pardon my language.
Just a word.
So from basically the time I get off from my 4:20 live sesh to after the 11 o'clock news is our time, is Jamie and Joe time. It's not Jamie time, it's not Joe time. We have that at different times, but I feel like we kind of fluidly scheduled that in. You got to pencil stuff in. Don't go with a hard schedule because that makes it stressful. It's got to be fluid. But just have some guidelines of what you kind of need to get into a day, what you'd like to get into that day. And one of the things I do is Monday I take off from everything, basically, and just kind of get my week planned. But then I'm curious how that's going to be this Monday. It's going to be a little different. But yes, and then we watch the news, and then we kind of break off, and if I'm going to go live and do my wind down, I do that. And not if. For me, it's an if. For Joe, he's going to head over to Twitch, to that.
We do our after hours show on Twitch.
So then that's just, making sure that we have some routine in a time where there's just so so much time with so little to do. When it kind of, that cabin fever thing is, we is for real. So routine helps with that. We go for a walk every night. I haven't really wanted to go the last 2 nights, but I've forced myself to ask Joe.
Yeah, neither of us really felt like doing
Right.
it, but it's important to get your exercise in. It's important to eat well, which is one of the reasons why we cook every night online here. It's important to have your body prepared in case you do get sick. It can handle it, or at least handle it to the best of its abilities.
Well, that, and the other aspect is, can you read the Facebook screen? The other aspect is,
Listen.
yeah.
Sure. Jimmy asked if anybody's tried poison fruit from True Leaf.
Contact high.
Yeah.
Hello, Elisa. Happening? What does that say? Sounds nice. Oh, okay.
The squirrels are fighting over the peanuts out there. You can hear that chirping.
That's the squirrels.
Yeah, they're fighting now. Black Sorrow over here says you really have your stuff figured out.
Thank you. No, I don't. I just know that if I don't put the routine into place, bad things happen in my brain. So it's not a matter of having it figured out. It's a matter of needing the structure, and taking my psychologist's advice that I'd be well put to prioritize my mental health. PTSD makes me very scattered. But yeah, working on that stuff. And my depression. I'm doing so much better with my depression. Oh gosh. I went, I think, up to 3 weeks on the couch one time without showering. Like, I would sponge bathe, and I know, right? But depression's ugly, isn't it? And that's what we need.
That's what that was. I don't... Sorry, go ahead.
He wouldn't know. Because I kept myself clean. Don't be
No,
gross.
it's not like that, yeah.
But I think it was like 3 weeks. I didn't wash my hair. I showered. I didn't wash my hair for like 3 weeks. And it was just, I had so much time. It was like, why? I can do it tomorrow. Why? I can do it tomorrow. Why? I can do it tomorrow. And that's dangerous. That's really dangerous. When you get into that, you go 3 weeks without washing your hair sometimes, and it's dangerous. So routine matters. And especially, it also keeps the peace. Oh, so like from 9 to 11, pretty much. I get like the master suite from 9 to 11. Like, I get primary use of it. So if I want to close the door to the restroom for whatever, I can. And then pretty much it just, that way there's no stress. I know he's not waiting for me. We have a stupid design for our bathroom. It's all open. And yeah, there's some duties that I don't want done while I'm brushing my teeth, logically. So it's a poor design, but we have to work around it. So, keep that in mind too when you guys are looking at your routines. Schedule, kind of pencil in for the whole family, because everyone's going to have some time that they want to get in this room or that room, and it just, it helps. That is all. Please pull ahead. Please drive through.
Oh, Black Shiro says they wish they had more structure there, but that went down the drain very quickly with everything that's going on. I think that's the case with a lot of us, right? Just keep going to work and hope that there's no more disaster relief to be done. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I know in Florida we don't have any kind of a mandatory lockdown now or anything like that. The businesses generally do. I should say
Restaurants cannot seat.
Right. The things that we are used. Oh, squirrel time. But I know a lot of states out there that especially some of the people in my channel, the New Yorkers, we get a lot of people from Ireland. They're locked down. They've been locked down for a while. Mandatory. They're allowed to leave their homes to go to the doctor if they need to go, or for essentials.
I'm going to move the screen so that more of the chair shows.
Sure. She's eating it right up there. Can you guys hear that?
I guess I can't really make it go further over there. But That way there's not so much space.
Better get another one. She's gonna finish that up.
Oh,
in
it's
one.
so cute. You see her little teeth going.
Yeah. Yeah, she really tears it apart.
Bite, bite, chew, 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 bite, bite,
feed
bite,
raw.
bite, chew, 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 bite, bite, chew, 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 chew. Yeah.
I feed raw peanuts to the squirrels here, and then we kind of train them to not fear us, and they take them from our hands. So Black Suro here is in Austria, and they're also on lockdown, with one state being quarantined as a whole. I haven't heard that. We don't hear news specifically. We haven't heard that news specifically here. That's pretty. That's an extreme. You know, we haven't experienced that here in Florida yet. Although our governor is saying that he doesn't think that that's going to be an avenue we're going to take.
Now, one of the nice things about being on social media in certain aspects is being able to connect with people around the world, and to hear that information. It's really a great thing. I had a gentleman. We have people from Australia regularly in the chat, in the live feed, and on Facebook. One of the cool things is I have some relationships with some Chinese tech developers, and it was, I'm gonna say, January 20th, somewhere around there, that I have messages from them saying coronavirus is not fun, big delays, massive production shutdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I heard about that stuff before it happened, on the news here. You know, not before it happened, but before the news here covered that.
Caught up.
And it's that's one of the things that you guys is really great about everyone connecting around the world in this manner, because we can. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to say we need to bypass the state-run media, but you know, yeah, there are media. We're not Russia, but I know that, you know, they're pretty closed on their media. It doesn't go.
We're not Russia, China, or North Korea, who are all saying they really don't no longer have a problem with this.
But they have closed media, so
Yep.
we only get, you know, what they want us to see as Americans, as media outside of their country. Anyhow, random thoughts by Squirrely Squirrel.
Here she comes.
Squirrel play. It said breathe.
Oh wow.
So I breathed. So what's for dinner tonight for all? That's going to be our next thing.
For us, it's about to be squirrel. I'm just kidding.
They're gamey. Boy, she's loud.
We feed them peanuts for 4 weeks, and then they're ready to. Then they're ripe.
She is so sloppy.
Yeah, she is. She just tossed a nut to the side so she could work on the other one. There.
No, but she.
Yeah, well.
It's raining yellow. Dirty rice.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh, no kidding. Raining yellow as the pollen washes off.
I'm gonna pack one more bowl.
Somebody's playing Fleetwood Mac quite loud over here. It's not a complaint.
That's what we don't have. We don't have music.
That's right. We usually do have music.
I failed.
But no. This is a nice feel, I think.
Yeah.
I like this.
The
We get to-
nature, the sound.
Valerie says barbecue chickens.
And you guys can hear the squirrel opening
No, that's probably me right now.
peanuts. Oh.
I'm reading comments on my Twitch channel over here. A gentleman who's in. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but somebody who's in Australia, and he's describing.
A viewer.
Yes, and they're describing what's going on in Austria, and I'm going to read this to you. Tomato Jones, one of the friends of the channel. Here we go. Asked them from Austria, what's lockdown like? Are you allowed outside? Because their response was, well, you don't get information on every country in the world anyways. We are just getting hit hard as we are right next to Italy, where the healthcare is failing slowly, and military is driving corpses out of the worst zones. And if you didn't see
We
some of
saw that
yeah, we saw some
on
video
the
of
news.
that yesterday. It's a startling scene.
Sobering.
Very sobering, yes. Tomato Jones said, man, that's scary. I know for me, I get anxiety more than depression since I imagine worst case scenarios like that. And this is what a lot of us are feeling now. I really hope it doesn't come to something like that, what parts of Europe are experiencing right now. However, we're being told that what's happening here in America is kind of mirroring what's happened in Europe about a week ago. I guess I'm not saying that to try to
Was it
frighten
just 1
anybody.
week?
I'm not saying that to try to frighten anybody. I'm more saying let's just be prepared, even mentally. Let's just be prepared. Some startling scenes might unfold, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It certainly is not. It is not that.
Probably look like that drunk fish trying to put all my smoke down here.
Oh.
I feel good.
What strain is that?
Now this is Buff Bomb. This is White Buffalo and Space Bomb. This is gonna shut my thoughts down.
White Buffalo and Space Bomb together, so it's Buff Bomb.
Yep. It is gonna kind of shut my brain down a bit. So this one's a good one for PTSD. If you have PTSD and you need to have something that'll get you out of a spiral, Space Bomb is a good one for that. That and the other one is Bruce Banner and duct tape. But Buff Bomb's been working. Kind of pulls you out of your head by kind of making you high in there. Yeah. Cheers.
I wanted to say, Black Sorrow, thank you for sharing that. We don't always get information like that here, and it's. I'm sure you're not having the most pleasant of times. I appreciate you sharing that.
So we get information.
Liz says she has the Gorilla Bomb and she loves it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
We get some information from Australia, but not a whole lot.
Australia?
Yeah, from Australia. We have a follower from New Zealand that comes in from time to time. I'm trying to think. I know he's Austrian. I'm trying to think of the other countries that are continents. Like, that Australia is a different continent. So we kind of had to explain to my youngest daughter that, this is worldwide at first.
Is that a motorcycle actually playing Cotton Eye Joe really loud? Come on. Could you say Florida louder than that?
If I hadn't been Cotton Eye Joe, I knew very long time ago. I could have gotten up and danced to it. Now that would have been Florida.
So Australia, is that kind of the international input you get? Is that where you get most from? And I know you get
no,
China
I
as well.
got a lot of Italy.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, not.
Oh yeah, noontime. That's right.
Yeah,
Your
but
noontime
that's
you
at
get a lot.
noontime during the week. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, I hope to have a lot of Italians when I go at noontime. Maybe see how they're doing. My daughter was like, why don't we all just go to an island? Why don't we all just go to Australia? And we had just found out that they had 100 cases of deaths. So yeah, it's just sobering. And anyhow,
Valerie Fulkerson, Space Bomb it is. Liz said, I have the Gorilla Bomb and I love it. George said, Memberberry Crumble for him.
nice.
And Alyssa says, going Lemon OG Kush and Sherbet Flowers.
Ooh, the lemon OG Kush would make me too hungry. It's not that it makes me too hungry. I'm never satisfied. Like, I'm literally like, I'm still, I'm craving something, but I don't know what I'm craving. I have a sweet tooth. And we went shopping one time, grocery shopping, and I had some of that, and it was really bad. It was really bad. Joe didn't know it was bad. I knew it was bad.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, no, no. It wasn't bad the day we were shopping. The day we were shopping, everything looked great. Everything looked great. It was the days after that that it no longer looked good.
I gotcha.
She back over there?
She's eating, and she'll be burying her. She'll
For
be
a
burying the
second.
peanuts in a little bit. Black Zero has written a little bit here. Here Black Zero is in Austria.
Austria, yes.
Here we thankfully got the government going on lockdown very quickly, so we got it a little easier than Italy. Still, we are mobilizing our military. Lockdown is in place with no leaving the house unless alone and necessary. Groups of over 5 are forbidden. Groups of over 5 are forbidden. Police is patrolling. Also have roadblocks next to the motorways due to the people fleeing back to their countries. And in terms of work, it is now down to necessary jobs only, police, medics, and so on. He just mentioned that he himself is a medic. Thank you, Black Zero, for sharing. Thank you, seriously.
Thank you. And this is going further than just this chat. This is hopefully going to reach a lot so that the information is out there. Not that it wouldn't be. It's just nice to hear from you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I say a friend because my online people that come into my lives are my friends, because that's the world we live in now. That's the world we were living in prior to coronavirus. But I used to tell my online friends, on my can of friends, that, you know, this is where we develop these relationships now. This is how friendships are had. These are the new phone calls that you sit outside and have for 3 hours. And that was before all of this. That was a few months back. So I feel like I was prepared for this. I feel like maybe something in my psyche had me getting more comfortable to where I would be available to. I follow, you know, if you guys follow me, you know that I'm like positivity, up sunshine, rainbows up people's butts until they don't want it, you know, even when they don't want it. So it's like, you know, you're gonna be positive. And with that being said, it's like I feel like my universe aligned in a manner to put me to where I'm comfortable now coming online like this, so that we can offer these type of hangouts during a time where social interaction may be dwindling. Well, is like IRL. So yeah. Y'all, if you're new to my Facebook page, please follow, like, subscribe. If you're new to my YouTube, like, follow, subscribe, turn all the notifications on. All of that. Just self-promotion. Yes, Jaime Renee Cruz at 420rx.co. Okay, so back to business.
I got a channel too.
Yes, you pump your own. You pump your own.
Sure. Okay, so we're also
Make sure it's correct. Yeah.
We're also on Twitch over here, and right now we're on Snippets the Snail, feeding squirrels. Sorry, Snippets the Snail, but that's going to be rolling over to Nerd the Nerd tonight, and from here on out, every night we'll be going after hours on Twitch, and that's when I'm reading my comments over here. It's a Twitch channel, so it's and
we're worldwide, guys.
yeah, we have several streams going right now.
Yeah, we got the conversation connected worldwide between Twitch and Facebook. So those are the two conversations. If you guys want to join the conversation on Twitch, if you're watching me on Twitch, if you're on my Twitch channel, go to Snippets the Snail. I should have put that rather than the link to Facebook. Sorry. We're live over there, and then you can join the conversation. So I think it's brilliant. So both of our universes have lined up to allow us this opportunity to be here with y'all, you know. It's kismet.
Tomato Jones on my feed here says, how long could a government even demand that their citizens be indoors? You have to consider eventually people will get very antsy and run out of money. He has a point about the money thing especially. I think that's what governments are stepping. Everybody's hearing in the news that utilities and such are relaxing their requirements for payment. Nobody's being shut off.
Foreclosures have been halted.
Foreclosures and evictions have been halted. Things of this. They're pretty much they're trying to put the brakes on society for a little bit. You know.
May I speculate?
Absolutely.
Okay, here's my speculation. The government does not want our economy to fail. The last thing they want is our economy to fail. So they're working hard to figure out how to get the money in our hands so that we all survive through this, so that we all stay home for 2 weeks. You don't have to stay indoors. You need to get outdoors. You need the sun. Get the vitamin D. And it also, these UV rays, you know, it kills the virus. So I'm cool here. So that's why, I mean, Andrea and I were hanging out outside. So we were virus free. But crap, I got a little Dory brain going.
Black Zero in Australia did add that, yeah, we know it's here until April at the moment, but the government expects this to last at least till June. I think August is more likely. Black Zero is a medic in Austria. But we're going to feel it for at least some years. For the money part, Austria is a socialist country, so we have government pumping every bit of money they have into healthcare and saving the economy as much as possible. Tomato Jones, another person over here who is Canadian, says the Canadian government is the same over here. Well, I think he's Canadian, but he's talking about the Canadian government. The Canadian government is the same over here. That seems to be some good news on your side, Black Zero. So certain governments are definitely... A socialist government is going to be... Oh my gosh, look.
She is just laying there. I don't know if y'all can see that.
She's just spread eagle in there.
Belly down flat. She's just laying there. She's hiding.
Sorry, we're talking government, but the squirrel caught my attention.
Oh yes, that's where we were. That's where I was.
There you go.
So that it's like they don't want the economy to fail, so they're going to do everything they can to help us. They're not just looking to help one person. They know that we are all in this. This is all. So, you know, it's hard to not panic when it's your bills that are running late. I know that it's tough, but have a little bit of faith. They don't want this economy to fall apart because that would lead to the depression. That can't happen.
Tomato Jones said he's from Saskatchewan.
Oh, Saskatchewan. Oh my gosh, there's this movie, what was it, Grown Ups, where this guy was like, all sexy, like big buff guy at the water park, and they were all there, and the girls were talking, like looking at him, they were all like, and then they walk over, and they say hello, and he goes, hi, so I'm John from Saskatchewan, and it just was like, okay, and they turned around and walked off. So, anytime someone says Saskatchewan, that's what goes to my head. I have an eidetic memory that likes to play movies at random.
She's doing it again. What is that?
She's finished eating.
She's what? I wonder if she's feeling hot or something.
So yeah, the government doesn't want us to fail, and the grocery stores say, you know, the farms didn't stop growing. We're not losing our power. We're not losing the ability to make power. We're not losing all of the amenities. The Industrial Revolution isn't being canceled, guys. We need to relax and breathe and know that we have technology that we didn't in the past, even 5 years ago. So we got this. We can do this. We have to just work together as citizens of our own nations, our respective nations. And even if we disagree with something or we don't care for the way it's going, we can follow CDC recommendations. We can be adults and do what we need to do. I haven't really left the house much. I'm home. I may go through the drive-thru at McDonald's. So but I'm not going shopping. I'm not going to get my nails done. You know, those aren't essential. My sweet tea, that's a different story. Back to you, Joe.
I'm just feeding squirrels. She took the nut out of my hand and then she sniffed my finger. Felt dirty.
Oh, that squirrel play that Jody always talks about.
Alyssa says she feeds her squirrels too. Gives them black sunflower seeds and cracked corn. They love cracked corn.
And I don't care.
It was a softball. You had to had to lob it at you.
I can't read the screen because I have my sunglasses on still.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I
Liz-
see Elisa say hello world because she typed in caps. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or she typed out and she hollered.
Liz said that her son is in California, in the Bay Area, and is in shelter in place for a week now. Yeah, they were the first ones, right? The first area, I think, to order that. He works for Apple. He goes outside every day.
Good. We devote 1 hour to going out and walking. And that's Trump was saying that you got to get outside. Don't stay inside. Get outside because otherwise you isolate and you become more isolated. So you got to get outside. Doesn't mean you're going to go hang out with your neighbors, but shit, throw a football back and forth across the street if you got a dude across the street. Why not? I mean, wait, football. Wait, never mind.
Just wear gloves while you do it.
Yeah.
Black
Just
Zero
use your
said,
brains.
yeah, Black Zero said that for the medics, the actual disease is not the trouble. Again, he's in
Right.
Austria. That they have more issues with the extra workload that it puts on them, and the same goes for the fleeing people. We got to care for those while they are stuck and waiting for the borders and Hungarian government to open the corridors to their respective countries.
Wow.
They really are dealing with something over there. I mean, we're sitting in a nice. We got a nice breeze going here, and we're in Florida, and everything's kind of nice, and shit's going down in Europe.
Thoughts and prayers aren't what we're sent any longer, right?
Yeah, I don't. We kind of stopped with the thoughts and prayers thing.
We feel you, man.
Yeah.
We're sorry. We're sorry that you guys are where you're at, and we really hope to not be where you are. No disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're dealing with the level that you are. That must be hard.
He's
what we-
he's getting respect from the others in the channel over here too. So
Yeah, that's mad respect. One last bowl for 520, and then
All
we
right.
go. One last bowl for 520. So if you got stuff, pack it now. We're gonna do one last bowl. I'll do berry sorbet. Pack it over here.
then we'll move the whole rig in, and we'll probably start cooking soon.
Right. However, just know that it's 420. Yeah, Andrea. You know, it's a good thing I know who my friends are. I got a friend with long red hair, and I got a friend with long blonde hair.
So I'm not gonna get in trouble. That's why I only date blondes with long hair. And sorry.
No, that's fine. I lobbed that one to you.
Yeah, you did.
Here. Have a stem.
Just for that comment, she'll pack something for me later on. It'll be nothing but stems and seeds.
The coolest thing is when you know that your partner is really your teammate. You know, it's like it's hard to reach that in a relationship, a romantic relationship at times. Sometimes you feel like you don't reach that, you know, they'd be in jail alongside you type thing. But if the world was ending, I'd want to be with him. I'm not saying everybody would want to. I'm saying I would want to. Cheers.
You're the only one that matters to me. So I'm learning that it's a little harder to get the skin off of
Dragon rip?
raw peanuts. What's that called?
Dragon rip. You shouldn't be able to take skin off penises anyhow.
Peanuts. But I agree.
Yeah, we don't want skinned penises. Nobody wants that.
think some people
Doesn't matter
prefer it.
what your gender, orientation, or preference is.
And Black Zero right here at the just put a comment out. He and in this feed over here we have an Australian, I'm sorry, an Austrian and a Canadian are talking back and forth about their experiences. And Black Zero said that right now he's just doing his job and enjoying being a medic for as long as he can, because there's that possibility that he may be drafted back into the service right now. Yep.
So do they have an age limit, or are they going, I'm not asking your age, but do they have an age limit, and are you within that age limit, or are they going to relax rules? Because here they talked about possibly having second year respiratory therapists, students, work, because we have, them to run the ventilators as well. So that's something that the government will have to make a lax, I don't know that they'll relax it forever. I would think that those people are going to be grandfathered in to already they're registered,
What great experience.
I know, right? I mean, gosh, but what a
great on the
horrible
resume.
experience too.
It's a horrible way to say that they have a great mark on their resume. Yep. There's a family riding by a father and two kids on bikes.
On their razor scooters.
It's important to keep exercising, folks.
That's why we're outside. We're outside because it's nice. Brian, we're getting ready to jump off of here. Hello, Kate. We're gonna come back and cook dinner live in just a short bit. Maybe hope to get cooking by 5:45.
Sure.
So that we're done by 6:30 and watch the news.
That sounds good.
Or no, because it's weekend edition.
We'd rush it a bit.
No, cook around 6.
What time is it now?
5:23.
Just get in there and start cooking. We'd probably get it done.
Oh, we gotta get stuff out. Okay, so it'll be not too long.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on Facebook and you have the red live up in the corner above Joe's head, this way.
Oh.
Wait, it's above my head. Right here.
That would have worked the first time. Didn't it?
Yeah. If you have the red live up in the corner, you're with me live. If you don't, you're catching a replay. So if you are needing information, you have to tag me back in the comment, or I don't know it's there. If you want to know when we go live, when I go live, hit those 3 buttons on the top, those 3 dots, and turn your live notifications on. Like, follow, subscribe on YouTube, all of that. Joe has his channels on Twitch. It is Nerd the Nerd. It's Nerd, TheNerd. And then the other channel is Snippets the Snail. Not the, because the has 2 E's. It's Snippets the. Oh my God, I just realized that looks like a damn cyclops just staring at me.
Yep.
Just staring at me. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay.
Hi.
So, well, the way he's turned, he's the shoulders, the legs, freaking everything. He's got a long dog.
Let's get in and cook.
All right.
Get some food in you.
So, Snippets the Snail. We'll see you soon. Oh, happy Sunday evening. This is way too loud. We're going to get our dinner prep on. If you want to join the conversation with me, head over to my Facebook. That's facebook.com/420rx.co. If you want to get over and converse with Joe, then head over to Twitch. What? Huh? It will. It will. Give it a second.
Okay.
Head over to Twitch, and he's got 2 handles there. Oh, we only went to 1.
That's okay.
Okay. He is at Snippets the Snail. No punctuation. No pauses.
No clue.
No clue. Access. I'm in Fern Gully mode. All right, boys, let's take this to Fern Gully.
Okay, so tonight we have selected skillet apple pork chops. And I'm not sure we've done a recipe quite like this yet, but that's what we're going to do, and it looks delicious. because we love apples. You open this fridge, it's nothing but apple stuff. They sent us a Gala apple to make this recipe with, but we have apple, sweet potato, zucchini, lemon, boneless pork chops, chicken stock, lots of garlic, some butter. We're ready to go. Salt and pepper, water, love.
If you guys are interested in the every plate boxes, then you can shoot, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's with that.
Okay, so.
Alright, put that comment there. Okay. So I'm on the high side, so we're directing together. I've got this knife, I've got my knife here. So we have that in there. And I'm gonna start, I'm gonna wash these, because I need these washed. I'm gonna do that.
So how many minutes before it kicks in? I just cored the apple. These things are great. A little sloppy though, but they're great.
Okay, let's check it. Alright, I'm gonna check for our Twitch broadcast. One moment. Hello, Tallahassee, Florida, from Cape Coral, Florida.
Gala apples are very juicy. They tend to be a little fleshy, but they're very juicy. Mm. Yep. Thank you.
Alrighty, so. If you want to join the chat on, what do I think of Napoleon Bonaparte? Somebody saying if it's live.
If what? What
Somebody
do I
saying
think of
it's
Napoleon
live.
Bonaparte? Nice little test there. I don't know, my knowledge on the subject is a little short. What did I use this for? Garlic.
Yes. We apologize, guys. We want to make sure that we get things put out so that anybody that wants to hang out and not be alone during this, time has that opportunity.
Yeah, we've been broadcasting on several platforms the last day or two, and we'll probably continue to do so.
That's probably a notification of the live broadcast.
That's the Facebook notification.
Takes a little bit of time sometimes. Okay, so we've got our Facebook.
In case you're wondering, we've already washed our hands.
Washed them in the sun. Okay, so my veggies are washed. I'm high and he's concentrating. Half-inch pieces. Okay.
Okay, so I've cored, halved, and half mooned the. Oh, we gotta do garlic. Do you care to?
But go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to bruise my hand.
Peel and finely chop. We use a chopper. Try not to be too noisy. Looks good. Yep. Finely chopped? Think so.
This is a long sweet potato. It's almost like it doesn't want to be cooked. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to quarter the lemon. Well, we got fruit on one board and veggies on the other right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good lemon. Ooh. Kind of feel bad. Lost a lot of juice. And you're gonna do the zucchini, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna do the oil and put this with salt and pepper into the oven.
Which is
Once
preheating to
yeah,
450.
it's preheating. So we're not in like a rush. This is not a race, guys.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Jennifer. This is what we've got today. Skillet apple pork chops. Doesn't that look yummy?
Yeah.
Like so yummy. With roasted sweet potatoes and zucchini. Your face. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start prepping the pork. Boneless pork chops.
There we go.
Oven's at 450 with a brief pause at 420 for respect.
I need to sharpen my knife. With the edge of glory.
The what? The edge of glory?
Yeah.
Nice. So tiny for such a big name for such a tiny item.
Suction that down the counter.
How many of us have been on the edge of glory? You okay?
Oh, I said, oh, superpowers.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. That's what they say, right? Take 3 swipes, and it's sharper than anything. So I don't have a tomato that I want to toss up in the air.
I can throw one at you.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna come over here
Imagine salt and
rinse
pepper
my
and
log.
a drizzle of oil. Okay. Medium high on the pan on the oven. A little salt and pepper on the pork. And we're gonna cook that till it's done.
That's it. Okay. So potatoes go on the big tray.
Drizzle of oil in the pan.
Drizzle of oil on the sweet potatoes.
I like to use just a little bit of garlic, put it in the pan, and if it starts sizzling, I know it's ready, right? Mm.
Okay. Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Ah!
Nobody's said anything yet, have they? You know what would make this like really interesting? I'm not gonna.
What's Jennifer says hers coming on Thursday. Is that did she order?
Yes, awesome. Rada, R-A-D-A, Rada cutlery. The other ones are Chicago cutlery. Nice. I like having this on the larger setting.
I predict we'll be upgrading on the cutlery over here soon. After we're through all this.
It goes on the top rack, right?
Sounds good to me. Yep, top rack,
Hey,
12
Sam.
minutes.
Set a sweet potato timer for 12 minutes.
Okay, 12 minutes and counting.
You're trying to whisper and your watch is yelling at you.
I can whisper to Siri.
Sorry. Don't
Yeah,
tell
watch.
Joe.
Yeah, right, never mind. Yeah, she won't repeat it out. If you did you know that if you whisper to Siri, like you do an alarm or something or a reminder, if you whisper to her a reminder, she won't repeat it back to you. She'll just say that reminder at that time.
Siri or Alexa?
Alexa, yeah, Alexa. I'm high. I already told you I'm high. So I'm not high, you're high, but see,
Uh-oh.
Joe's waking Alexa up, so who's high?
I said the word.
Okay. On to zucchini.
There we go.
The zucchini. Can we do 2 zucchinis?
Yeah, we bought extra zucchini for just such an emergency.
Okay, so you got the carrots done, the potatoes are in. Have and 4 apples, thin slice and half made trim and half zucchini. Trim.
These zucchinis are a little beefier than that one. Sorry.
That one's a little yucky.
While we cook, we're going to share a Cider Boys Mad Bark Cider. Apple with cinnamon.
One of the things, we don't really drink a lot, but we like cider. So with that being said, we like to get different ciders and have them, you know, we'll split a cider. Not always, sometimes we'll have our own cider. What strains? The only thing we infuse is mine. The only thing we infuse is mine, and we do that with Zabinsk garlic.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it's really good. It's like applesauce with cinnamon.
Oh, mine's much warmer. Yeah, I drank the warm part off.
Which
Perfect, thank you.
You got it.
Yep, that's a little better. So this will be going on to mine. One dropper is 10 milligrams, and it makes for a nice 8 o'clock kind of TV watching time period.
Yeah.
It bridges the gap, you know? That's what I really like these. No, it's not super garlicky. Okay.
And
you're not gonna infuse, but now you can try it, because you don't have to, no? You
No.
don't wanna try one little drop?
Oh, I tried it.
Okay.
She gave me a little bit of her food yesterday that she didn't finish, that we had it on there.
Day
And
before,
I
we didn't
tasted
cook
it.
without you guys last
That's
night,
right,
day
yeah,
before.
2 days ago. And it was delicious. It's just garlic. You don't taste the THC at all. Really good. Yeah.
But it's not too garlicky, not in a yucky way, no.
No.
Okay,
In a garlic way.
half inch. That's more than a half inch.
It's like yummy.
I'm taking my time.
No problem. Kids. And they're gone. They open the door and they see us broadcasting and they run.
No, she's hiding the beer. Did you hide your beer?
She accused you of hiding the beer.
No, I was trying to get it in the fridge.
You're trying to get it in the fridge, exactly.
You're lying to the world right now. Just a warning. Or a
No,
caution.
she doesn't really drink. And if she did, none of your business. Not for you to judge. Wah, wah, wah. She 19.
Nobody asked me to stop talking.
I don't know. Okay.
This is delicious.
Yeah, it's on Twitch, right? Are you on Twitch?
Yep.
Yep.
That's my food.
Well, this is the typical snail that started trying to be nerd and nerd.
And I'm 420 RX on Twitch. So we're live there too.
This guy's in Austria. That one is
Let's see.
and talking back and forth about all the, it's wild what's happening in Austria.
I know. That's what they do on Twitch, so they're playing the game 30 seconds behind. Just so you know.
30 seconds.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I've only tried, I wish I had the lemon, seeing that we have lemon. If I had the lemon Vince, I'd be using the lemon right now. So I'm gonna sneak the garlic into my vegetables, 'cause it's gonna be lemony garlic. So that sounds good to me. But if I had the lemon, lemony snicket.
I can put it too. Wait, I moved my leg. Did I like it all?
She's dipping her toe into the pool, so to speak. So once it's 12 minutes, that's what we gotta wait for there? Okay. You all melt a teaspoon of butter in the pan. Okay.
60 seconds. Everything is good.
Let's put that over there. I don't think we need that any longer. I'm gonna need that, so I'll just go. So what did you guys have for dinner? Hot pockets.
He actually can.
Well, shit, I'm not used to that.
Wait, what?
He said
He
you were
answered.
asking.
I was.
They weren't.
Yeah, I was. Thank you, Matthew. I was.
You're welcome.
She's just saying that to you.
No, I really was. We've already asked them a little while
What's up,
ago.
my man?
No.
How was your thing, Chris? Damn, Bobby.
Oh, take a minute.
The world, Emily.
I'm not
Emily, the
gonna
world.
screen.
Huh?
55 seconds.
Olive oil, pinch of salt, and pepper set
Not
aside.
60. 60's right out.
Ooh,
It said 50 to 60, so that's why he said
50 to 60, not 60 to 60.
So he doesn't just shoot for the high end, I guess.
I see what you did there.
Joe, you really think I'm much cleverer than I really am.
I know you are.
What?
So, the salt says a pinch of salt, so I'm going to put it on lighter, even though I know I'm going to add salt to mine later. Can you guys see the stove a little better now? I kind of changed the angle so that you guys could maybe get a better view of the stove. We can go up a little higher too if we need to.
Yeah, that's what we argued. Frickin' mint.
What?
The pork.
Showing up.
Mint pork. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off.
So our zucchini is a pinch of salt and pepper. And then another pinch of salt. Set to the side. Oh,
Can
you
of
lost
butter?
your,
Butter's
meat
melted.
plate.
My what? No, I moved it. That's the raw meat plate.
Gotcha. Pat pork dry paper towels. Okay. We're waiting for the potatoes to finish.
I'm gonna go ahead and start the, what's going on here?
We got 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on this.
Okay. Think.
So I'm gonna move the potatoes to the middle.
So I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon of butter, put it in the pan, melt it down, and we're gonna add the apples to that with some salt and pepper.
It doesn't say to move them. It says transfer baking sheet with zucchini to middle rack. Is that an error?
No. So we'll just put the zucchini in there.
I think we'll finish it. I'm sorry. We're almost there. 1 minute until the ad. Someone's doing 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay. Apple is going in, saving the lemon. Salt and pepper.
What does the wasp do? Sting! I do that pretty good, don't I? John Mulaney imitating the original. Salt and pepper!
This is Saturday night in the lot.
SNL talk.
This is SNL introductions that Jean-Luc Picard made.
Jean-Luc Picard
Well, you know.
introduced
What's his name? Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, salt and pepper.
Introduced salt
The
and
musical
pepper
act.
very gregariously, and John Mulaney has talked about it in his comedy bit. And so, when John Mulaney was on SNL and introduced Sting, that's how he did it. Okay, oven open. You want me to do it? You got it?
Yeah, I can get it.
Okay.
Just want to give it a second. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer it down. It's here. It's here. Set a timer for 12 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not that I don't want to, I don't Try not to set off the phone is what I don't
If
want.
anybody else has made a savory, made an apple pan sauce with the butter, you're scraping everything. You know, we cooked pork in here already, so I'm getting everything off of the bottom of the pan. And with this, now we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. This is butter in here. Yeah, you gotta do it. If you haven't tried it, you gotta try it. These are Gala apples. I'm sure something like a Honey Crisp would be just as good.
You got your garlic?
About to go in.
You had your half cup
This is
water?
how much? Is it all the garlic that goes in?
Yeah, it just says add garlic.
Add garlic.
Yeah, and you need a half cup water, right?
That's what this is.
I meant you don't have it out.
Huh?
I meant you don't have it out over there.
No, I don't. I didn't get that.
Angie, you got to meet a few of the characters that live inside Joe's head. I mean puppets, sorry.
Oh.
Okay. So, we're gonna go until apple is slightly softened to add garlic, to fragrant, add half cup water, stock concentrate, and 1.5 teaspoons sugar. Stock concentrate?
Thank you. We're adding chicken stock concentrate and water. We've already added the garlic. Smells delicious. Jamie just added a teaspoon and a half of sugar.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these things over. Alright, cook stirring until sauce is thickened and apple is very tender, 3 to 5 minutes, season with salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Did you put your water in?
I put most of it in. I'm putting in as slowly as I need it.
Oh, okay. So remove the pan and then stir in 1 tablespoon butter. So you got your butter over there. Not yet. And then a squeeze of lemon juice. Okay, then we plate.
Oh, now that aroma's really coming up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where is the first part of the lemon juice?
This is what our savory applesauce looks like right now. Put it back on the heat.
Okay, so squeeze the lemon juice into there with that, so I'll get the lemon juice out for you on that one. So you'll have that when you're ready for it. So wherever you do your butter, you do this too.
Oh, what? The lemon?
You don't wanna, you squeeze a lemon.
So we got lemons here.
Right, but we're gonna use the lemon juice on top after as well. And it's
Okay,
gonna be really
nice.
good on the zucchini too.
Delicious.
So,
How much time do you think we got on the veggies?
7.5.
Okay. Let that simmer down.
Mmm. They're gonna be nice and soft. Hello, Angela. If you guys are over on YouTube and you want to join the conversation, pop over to Facebook. It's facebook.com/420rx.co, and that's for anyone that's on YouTube or the 420rx Twitch. And then Joe also has a couple Twitches. If you're over there and you want to join the conversation, he's over on well, you guys can join the conversation at, if you're on YouTube and you go to Twitch and you wanna join the conversation of Joe's,
Reading some of the commentary. Are those zucchini? Yeah.
go to his Twitch, snippets,
we're
the snail.
responding to the Twitch channel. We cook healthy during this time because we want bodies to. Are you snailing?
A little bit. Yes, I was channeling snippets.
We're recommending good food, good nutritious food. Stay healthy during this just in case the virus comes your way. Exercise, keep a regular schedule, keep your mood up. We're waiting for veggies and sauce to boil
I guess
down.
I didn't need this, so I throw this away.
Okay.
Throw these out. What are these?
Alexa, next song. Do somebody talking live into a mic for a while.
What's wrong with everything? Play acoustic grit Spotify. Play acoustic grit.
Sometimes Alexa argues with us on what kind of music we should be listening to.
Yeah, she just tried to give us acoustic Arabic.
She's a little opinionated. And as I say that, I read Russell's, "Judge not, and thou shalt not be judged." So okay, all right.
No judgment.
Everybody loves garlic, right? Is there somebody who does not love garlic or does not like garlic? We're enjoying Cider Boy's Mad Bark Cider. Gotta have a touch of cinnamon in it. It's very nice.
420, literally. Oh, it's 419 now.
420.
4 minutes and 18 seconds left on the veggies. That puts them at the 12, not the 15, so we need to see if they look done.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the angle here, because see, they can see in the oven too. See that, Joe? You can see in the oven too.
Oh, yes.
Let's see, let me zoom you guys in over here. Over the stove. See if you can see anything there. Probably not.
Must I tilt it?
Well, no, I'm gonna raise them
I'll
up.
bring it forth. I shall bring forth the apples.
Garlic applesauce. Yum. Did they see it? Did you put it in the frame?
I tried.
Okay. I forget that it's zoomed in when I walk away like that.
If there's any questions about these apples and the sauce, the answer is yes.
Oh, you did really good, Joe.
Thank you.
Keeping it in frame. Great.
And where's that butter? Oh, right back here. Okay, good.
The potatoes look like they're toasted up, so that's good.
might have some time on our hands in the next few days.
Yeah, we gotta do a video on it. I was thinking of using it for hot chocolate. But then I remembered we're in Florida.
Open the garbage can.
Oh, you missed. Alright, I got it.
Thank you. Thanks for the rebound and putback.
You're welcome.
Teammates.
Yep.
I'm excited for this meal.
Me too.
It smells good. We haven't had a recipe yet with doing like a fruit sauce or a sweet sauce like that. Well, we've had some sweet things, but not with something like this with slices of apple, and I love that kind of stuff. I think with Jamie it has to be sold a little bit, you know. Like, I think she likes it if it's really good. Linda, I love ginger root too.
We have some ginger root in the
Yep.
box.
Yeah, we
so-
have a recipe that's got coming up in the next couple of days that's gonna have ginger root. Stay tuned on that one.
Less than 1 minute. Let's take a look at these veggies, see what you think of them before we pull it out. This is at 12 minutes.
Probably a little under.
Yeah, a few minutes.
So we were broadcasting about an hour and a half ago. We were outside in Studio 1A,
For 3 minutes.
and
Okay,
on
3 minutes and counting.
your watch is so rude.
I know. I made it a dude to piss my second ex off.
Instead of okay, it should just say hey.
Okay, okay. I made it Australian.
Set a timer. Hey, 3 minutes. Anyways, we were going live, and on the Twitch channel, we had one person in Canada and one person in Austria, a medic in Austria. And we were watching, they were conversing back and forth on the chat stream there about what's going on in their respective countries. It was very interesting. Austria is really racked down right now. They have, because they're situated, you know, essentially between Italy, Hungary, you know, they're right in the middle of that. And they're trying to control the spread within their own country. He had some some kind of sobering observations about what he's having to go through. He's not worried about getting sick himself. He's worried about how much strain he's taking on because of the amount of work he's having to do. And you just have to do it, right? The country needs you. He has one of those essential jobs, and the country needs him.
He's a medic, right?
He's a medic, yep. He said, I believe he was saying that the work the biggest strain he was having was taking care of people who are trying to flee to their own countries along the Hungarian border. So Europe has their hands full. Hopefully, that's not going to look like us here. We've got pork cooked back here. We have this savory applesauce here. We're about 1 minute from pulling zucchini and sweet potatoes out of the oven. We'll plate it all, squeeze some lemon over all of it, say goodbye to y'all, and shove it down our throats.
Let's make sure we got forks. Grab a fork out of the dishwasher. The dishwasher's clean. I load it. He empties it.
I think I'm going to grab the... No, we'll get these with the spatula.
Is that loud? It's loud to me.
It is a little... Oven's open. Take out the baked potatoes first. Sweet potato. Oh, you can hear them. They're singing. Mm.
They probably did hear that pretty well because you put that
Yeah.
right over the mic too. You hear them going, yeah, ow, 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 God, damn, stop.
They're saying your name. Genie, Genie. Zucchini, salt, pepper, oil. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah,
Start
we
cleaning?
like pork, zucchini, and sweet potatoes.
There we go.
Oh, still high.
Try to get a hold of that one. There we go.
We'll reveal in a moment. Oh no, that's fine. You can get behind it. It's fine. I didn't communicate that to you.
Hmm?
I said I did not communicate that to you. I
Yeah.
just started doing it. Freaking love roasted zucchini.
Yes. If you haven't had roasted zucchini yet, why not? Try it. Trust me.
Almost, guys. Just about there. I know you can see part of the plate, but that's fine. I guess we'll look at that afterwards with a spoon to see if it's not too greasy before we pour it on.
That'd be great.
All right. And there's your lemon to squeeze. There's
you.
my lemon to squeeze. Wait, we're not on the screen yet.
Super yum.
So, this is our skillet apple pork chops with roasted sweet potatoes and zucchini. Do we need a knife?
Yeah.
I'll grab one out from there.
Thank you.
Please. Yeah, fork's right there. Ooh. I'm gonna taste before I put this on to make sure it's gonna go well, where it's gonna go best. Cheers. Bon appetit.
Get some
I'm gonna get a
apple
piece
on
of
there.
apple, yeah. Just like
You're
that.
high. Cheers. That's apple and pork.
Mm-hmm.
Try the vegetables.
We didn't squeeze the lime juice over.
Zucchini.
We just squeeze the lime juice over your pork and apples.
Oh, that'll give it some tartness, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over my zucchini.
I think I just squeezed a bunch of lime juice into my hand.
I'm gonna go over my zucchini.
Okay, round 2 on the pork and apple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Lemon juice kind of wraps it all up, doesn't it?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Take a bite of zucchini while you're still chewing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Then a sweet potato towards the end.
Shotgun. Shotgun. Mm.
All together.
I'm just gonna bunch it all together. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's delicious.
Well, the veggies are good, and I'm gonna go ahead and garlic.
Took us 45 minutes to put it together. You and a partner could do the same thing. We love doing it. Ooh.
So I'm garlicking my my zucchini and my apples. So that's my 10 milligrams. That'll get me through between now. Because I'm kind of it's like it's nice when you're chewing it up. I don't know. To me, it seems my gallbladder's gone, so I absorb stuff differently. Anyhow, it's really nice, and it gets you through that short time between afternoon and nighttime doses.
Delicious. All right, guys. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for hanging out, and we look forward to seeing y'all again. Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment.
We'll both be on our different channels later on tonight.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks.
Bye, guys.